Welcome students, 10th standard, Peter textual exercise and quick revision, chapter 10 to 15, that is about C language. So let's begin with chapter 10. Question 1. Which of the following is an extension of C program file? When you type C program file, the source file, then when you save that file, what extension you are supposed to give? As you remember, when you type HTML file and when you save, you give the extension .html. Similarly, when you save a C program file which you have typed, then when you save that file, you should give the extension .c. So the C will be the file extension of C program file. Question number 2. Which of the following number refers to number of C character categories? You know that there are many different characters which we can use in C program. So how many different categories of characters are there in C program? So the correct answer is 4. And those 4 categories are letters, digits, special characters, and white spaces. Letters, that is alphabets, digits, that is 0 to 9, special characters, that is question mark and exclamation and other special characters, and white spaces, that is blank space, enter key, tab key, like this. So these are the 4 different categories of C characters. Question number 3. Which of the following C character categories does the symbol equal to belong? Now we saw that there are 4 categories of C character. Now equal to belongs to which of these? Whether it belongs to letter, whether it is a blank space, whether it is a special character, or whether it is a digit. So it is obviously a special character category. Moving on to question number 4. Which of the following is a valid keyword of C? Now first you need to understand what is a keyword. A keyword is a special word of that particular language and which has some special meaning in that language which we cannot change. And we have to use or we must use that word as it is defined in that particular language. So C has, out of these 4, the size of, that is option B, is the correct answer. Of size, for size or size 4 are not registered keyword of C language or valid keyword of C language. Size of is a valid keyword of C language. It has some special meaning which gives you the size of a particular variable, how much size it occupies in the computer's memory, particular data type, how much memory that data type occupies in memory, it is given by size of. So size of is a valid keyword of C program. Question number 5. Which of the following is an invalid variable name in C? Now invalid variable name, that means either the variable name begins with some wrong character or variable name is having blank space or variable name is a keyword, a valid keyword of C. So the last option, option D, that is small letter register, register, is a keyword of C language. So we cannot use the word register as our variable name. Rest we can use. The first option is with capital R, second option is with capital R and capital I, and the third option, the spelling itself is wrong for register. So first 3 can be used as a variable name, but the option D cannot be used as a variable name because it has some special meaning in C program. Question number 6. Which of the following is an invalid integer constant in C? Integer constant, you know, integer constant means 8, 9, 10, 85, 96. All these are integer constant. But integer constant in C language can be represented using many different format. Using binary number system, using octal number system, using decimal number system, or using hexadecimal number system. Here all the 4 options are given with hexadecimal number system. How do we know that it is hexadecimal number system? Then every hexadecimal number begins with 0x. So as you can see, all the 4 options are beginning with 0x. So they are hexadecimal number system. And in hexadecimal number system, we have total 16 digits. hexa is 6 and decimal is 10. So hexadecimal is having total 16 unique digits starting from 0 to 9 and then A, B, C, D, E, F. So if you go accordingly, option A is wrong because there cannot be any hexadecimal number with G because G is not a part of hexadecimal number system. As 7 is not part of binary number system, 3 is also not part of binary number system. So G is also not part of hexadecimal number system. Similarly, 9 is not part of octal number system because octal number system has got only 8 digits and that is from 0 to 7. So 8, 9 are not part of octal number system. Binary, there are only 2 digits 0 and 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are not part of binary number system. And decimal number system has got 10 digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So A, B, C, D, E, F are invalid for decimal number system. And for hexadecimal number system, we have 0 to 9 and then A, B, C, D, E, F. So G is not part of hexadecimal number system. So it's an invalid integer constant in C language. Question number 7. Which of the following is valid real constant in C? It is very easy to make out the real answer, the correct answer. That answer is option C because the rest of the 3 options you see there are 2 decimal points. Option A is minus 2.0 point, which is wrong. There cannot be 2 decimal point in a number. Same is with option B and option D. Whereas option C is minus 20.5 E5. Now what is that? Minus 20.5 E means exponent, that is 10 raised to. So actually the number is minus 20.5 into 10 raised to 5. But it is written in real constant method using scientific method. It is written like this. So that is the valid real constant in C. Moving over to question number 8. Which of the following is valid single character constant in C? Again, the answer is very easy to say. Single character constant means there should be only single character. There cannot be then more than one character. And obviously the answer is A, where there is only single character written. And again, single character constant is always written within single inverted comma. So option C is also not correct. Option B, let me tell you about option B also. You should know what it is actually. Option B is backslash A, that is called backslash sequence character. They are special character which are used to produce something which is not available on keyboard. Backslash A produces beep sound. It beep alert, it gives a beep alert sound whenever it is used. So that is the actual single character constant is option A, that is written within single inverted comma. Question number 9. The preprocessor directive, that is hash define, is used to define which of the following in C. Now what is preprocessor directive? Preprocessor directive are something where we use it to create some constant, and to make our program more meaningful we create some preprocessor directive using hash define, and they are used to define some symbolic constants. Now to understand this, we need to see one program, and let us go to that program first and let us understand that program. I had written this program for you. As you can see, here I had written included one more line. As you can see, it is hash define pi 3.14. This is called symbolic constant. I have created one symbolic constant with the name pi, and value I had given is 3.14. Now the use of this is wherever I want to use pi in my program, I don't need to type 3.14 everywhere, which I may make mistake in typing. So as you can see here now, this line, I had written area is equal to pi r square, pi into r, now reading this becomes more meaningful rather than reading 3.14 into R into R. So hash define is used to create a symbolic constant. Now let us see other part of the program also. The first line, as you know, the first thing is is void main, the main method we are beginning, and then we have clear screen. Then we say float R and area, so we create two variables. Then we write a message printf. Again, if you see backslash n, I had written two times. That means first I'm leaving two blank lines and then displaying message enter radius of a circle, and then I say scanf percentage f. Why percentage f? Because the variable value which we are asking is of type float, and so for float percentage f is the placeholder, and then say end r, and then we calculate area with pi into r into r. If you want to write a comment here, you can write comment here like this. Now we will use symbolic constant pi. So you just can type a message so that the one who is reading your program will understand that what is this pi. He can also refer here and understand. But if you don't know that what is this, then they can understand that pi is a symbolic constant. And then we calculate area, and then finally we print the result something like this, saying that area of the circle with radius percentage 0.2f is percentage 0.2f. Now what is percentage 0.2f? Means I want to print output with only 2 digits after decimal point. So this is what the answer we are getting as I run the program. It says enter radius of a circle. If I say 10 and press enter, it says area of the circle with radius 10.00. As you can see, it gives only 2 digits after decimal point. And if I remove this 0.2 from this area, and then again if I run and give some different value, you will see that now it will be something different. If I say 12.5 as the radius of circle, as you can see, now the radius is shown with only 2 digits because over there we had kept 0.2, but for area we have removed that, so it is showing us 6 digits. So if you want to reduce it to 0 digit or 1 digit or 2 digit, you can do it by typing here 0.0f or 0.1f or 0.2f. But ultimately we came here to see the use of hash define. Remember, there is no comma or anything, semicolon or anything in this. It is simply hash define. You write the constant. This you can create on your own, whatever word you want to or whatever character you want. But always it should be meaningful. Here 3.14 is for value of pi. So we write pi and then the value. So it means now wherever in my program I use pi, it will be actually replaced by 3.14. So that is what we call symbolic constant. So now again refer to question number 9. It is called the preprocessor directive hash define, and it is used to define symbolic constants in C program. Question number 10. Which of the following function key is used to directly execute a program in Site? Remember Site, scientific text editor, it is a text editor of Linux. We just need to understand the name of this because most of you will be practicing C in your Windows based computer. So let it be Notepad or our C text editor which comes with the C when we install C. But Site is the text editor of Linux, and in Linux F5 key is used to directly execute a program in Site. So that is what F5 is the correct answer. Fine. Moving over to next question, next chapter rather, chapter 11. Question 1. Which of the following keywords refer to integer data type? Now when you want to create an integer data type in your program, C program, what you will write? Whether you will write the full word integer in small, whether you will write integer with capital I, whether you will write the entire integer word in capital, or you will write only int. So you must be knowing we write only int when you want to refer to integer data type in C. Question number 2. Which of the following refers to an empty value? Empty value. So empty value means void, and that is nothing. Void means nothing. We write void main, mean to say that main method is not returning any value. It is just returning empty value. So void main. So void, and again you need to remember, because C is case sensitive language, so void has to be in small letter. Otherwise option B is also there, but make sure that you don't use that option as correct answer, because over there V is capital. Question number 3. Which of the following refers to size of memory allocated to float as per GCC compiler? GCC compiler is GNU compiler. Again, it is based on Linux compiler, which is free open source community developed compiler. GCC compiler, GNU C compiler. Now, what size of memory is allocated to float data type, which is actually same in most of the compiler, and that is size 4. So 4 is the correct answer. When we take any variable as of type float, that variable occupies 4 bytes of memory in computer. Next question, question number 4. Which of the following is a valid keyword in C that identifies valid character value? So for character, see, question 1 is about integer, question 4 is about now character. When you want to define any data type as character, which keyword you will use? Whether you will use char in small letter, whether you will use the entire word character in small letter, whether you will use char in capital, or entire character word in capital. So you must be knowing that when you want to define any variable data type as character, we write small letter char. So that is the option A is the correct answer. Moving over to question 5. Which of the following is a user-defined data type in C? User-defined data type. See, there are some predefined data type like integer, float, character. These are the predefined data type which are already available in C. But if you want to create your own data type in C, then you can create your own data type, and the answer, even though if you don't know the answer, but you can make out that which 3 answers are wrong. Integer is wrong because integer is provided by C. Option C, char is also wrong. It is also provided by C. Float is also provided by C. So the correct answer would be B, enum. Enum is for enumerated data type. It is called enumerated data type, where user defines his own or her own data type in C. Question number 6. Which of the following is used to provide an alias to existing data types in C? Now, the rest of the option in previous question, question 5, option A, C and D, that is integer, character and float, they all are predefined data types or existing data types of C. Now what question says, if you don't want to use the word char for character data type, and if you want to rename it, and if you want to give some new name, alias, duplicate name, so pet name, like pet name or duplicate name or different name to the same word, you can give that using the command typedef. The typedef is used to give alias to existing data types in C. So using typedef, you can say typedef character and then you give some new name, so that character, wherever char we are supposed to write, we will write with the new word which we have defined using typedef. So that is type definition. Question number 7. The symbol AND belongs to which of the following operator types in C? Now there are many different operator types: relational operator, arithmetic operator, logical operator, and bitwise operator. Relational operators are all the comparison operators like equal to, not equal to, greater than, greater equal, less than equal. Arithmetic operators are plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulo, percentage operator. All these are arithmetic operator. Logical operators are like and, or, not, exclusive or, and all these are logical operator. And sign is representing bitwise operator. So AND sign is for bitwise operator, and that is why in our program we write this AND sign, that is a bitwise operator here. Bitwise operator before the variable name when we are asking. So that will refer to the memory location where variable R is stored in computer, your computer's memory. Where R is stored, that is defined by AND sign, that is bitwise operator. So that is what bitwise operator. Moving over to question number 8, the symbol exclamation belongs to which of the following operator types in C? Whether it is again relational, arithmetic, logical, or bitwise. So it is a logical operator, logical not. It is representing not. So when you want to say not equal to, you write exclamation equal to sign. So that is not is represented using exclamation sign in C language. Question number 9. The equal to symbol is used for which of the following operations in C? Very simple question. Equal to is always assignment. We are assigning RHS to LHS when we say A is equal to 5. We mean to say we are assigning value 5 to variable A. So equal to is assignment operator. Question number 10. Which of the following refer to the meaning of value plus plus in C? Now plus plus sign is called increment operator and minus minus sign is called decrement operator. But they both have two different variations in use. If you write plus plus sign before the name of variable, it is called pre-increment. And if you write plus plus sign after the name of variable, it is called post increment. So here the correct answer would be post increment. Similarly, if you write minus minus sign before variable name, it is called pre-decrement. And if you write minus minus sign after variable name, it is called post decrement. Increment is used to increase the value by 1, and decrement is used to, that is minus minus is used to decrease value by 1, and plus plus is used to increase value by 1. But how they increase and decrease differs based on how you are using it. If you say post increment, the value will be increased once it is used, afterward it will increase. If you say pre-increment, the first value will increase and then it will be used in the expression. And same is for post decrement and pre-decrement. So that is increment and decrement operator, plus plus and minus minus sign. Chapter 12, question number 1. Which of the following are useful in C language IO operations? Very simple questions. For IO operation, input output operations, we need all of this. We need monitor, we need keyboard, and we also need mouse. So answer is all of these. Question number 2. Input in a program can be possible using which of the following device? Again, very simple question. The input is only possible by keyboard. We can't input anything using speaker and printer or monitor. Unless and until if it is a touch monitor, we can definitely input something. Question number 3. Which of the following is not an input function? Now input, you know that get means to take, લેવાની વાત છે. So get character, get ch, get s, all are not for input. They all are for input. Get character, get ch. Fine. Question number 3. Which of the following is not an input function? Not an input function. So output function. Now as you see, get character, get ch, get s, option A, B and D. Everywhere get is written. Get means to take and to take means input. So first that three options A, B and D are for input. So put is not for input, it is for output. So put s, that is to write a string on screen. So put s is an output function and is not an input function of C. So that is put s. Question number 4. What is the output of statement printf %4s crucia? So we say that when while printing, we want to print 4 character of the string. But with string, it's different. With string, if you give a number smaller than the length of the string, C will print everything. So the correct answer is crucia. The entire word will be printed even if we say crucia with %4s. Question number 5. Which of the following function is more appropriate for accepting a string? When you want to accept a string, that is inputting the string, which of the following function is more appropriate? So again, if you see here, there are all get, so all are accepting. But get ch is also accepting one character. Option C, get character is also accepting only one character. And get C also accepts only one character. There is some minor difference between all these three, but they all accept single character. One will echo on screen, one will not echo on screen, and there is such differences. But option B says get S, which will accept more than one characters from user, that is getting a string from user. So the correct answer is get S. Chapter 13 onwards we'll see next video, because it is about now programming. So we'll be writing that program, we'll seeing the output, and we'll understand the program in detail logic. Till then, take care. Thank you very much. Stay safe.